So I gotta wind up the Crypt Keeper's mad mag again, eh? You know why they give me this spot? 'Cause I'm the most horrible. Don't worry, my idiot editors know a bad thing. Yep, it's the old witch, mistress of the haunt of fear. The fire is lit under my you-know-what, and I'm ready to dish out another of my putrid portions of pulsating pleasantries. This little ladle of lurid loathsomeness will definitely whet your appetite. I call it, Mournin, Ambrose. Andrew Demmert pushed open the huge iron gate of his uncle's vast estate and moved up the tree-lined road toward the palatial house that loomed up before him in the semi-darkness.
So this is Hawley Manor. I knew that Uncle Ambrose was wealthy, but I never expected this. I wonder why they've become recluses, he and Aunt Elsa. Oh well, I'll get all the dope eventually.
Andrew stepped onto the portico of the impressive mansion and lifted the heavy brass knocker that adorned the massive oak front door. The hollow boom echoed and re-echoed within.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. How anyone could stay here for 3 years without leaving, it beats me.
As the din of the door knocker died away, slow footsteps approached. The huge door swung open, and a wizened, wrinkled face peered out.
Yes? Are you my Uncle Ambrose? Ambrose Hawley?
The old man's aged face lit up and a grin spread across it. He stepped back, permitting Andrew to enter.
That's me. Come in. You must be Andrew, my wife's sister's boy.
That's right, sir. I've been so anxious to meet you and Aunt Elsa.
The old man closed the door and looked around nervously. Then he moved close to Andrew.
Don't be too disappointed with Aunt Elsa, my boy. She isn't well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. What's wrong?
The old man continued to peer from side to side. Then he tapped his temple.
She's not well here, ever since the first death.
The first death?
Of course, you couldn't have known. It happened 3 years ago. One of your distant cousins came to stay with us. Lovely woman. She died in her sleep.
No, I didn't know. But you said that was the first. Were there others?
2 others. My aged brother came to stay with us about 2 years ago. He was older than I. He passed away about a month later. Then my wife's niece came. It was tragic. Such a young girl.
You'd better tell me about Aunt Elsa, Uncle. Is there something I should know?
Her niece's death was the last straw. She took the first 2 hard, but the last, well, something just snapped.
You mean she's crazy?
Shh! She'll hear you. No, not exactly. She's just a little overdramatic. Emotional. You know. Super sensitive. She tends to exaggerate.
I see.
Well, just humor her, Andrew. She doesn't mean any harm.
I will, Uncle.
A frail, thin, wide-eyed old woman tottered into the library where Andrew and Ambrose stood talking. She stared at Ambrose. Who's he? What's he doing here?
This is Andrew Hawley, my dear. I wrote to him, inviting him to stay with us.
Andrew, still My sister's boy. Has it come to that?
I don't understand, Uncle Ambrose. What does she mean?
Nothing, my boy, nothing. You see, you are our only living heir now.
The others are dead. All dead. 3 of them are out there, in the mausoleum.
Please, Elsa, let's talk about more pleasant things.
This is a wonderful library, Uncle Ambrose. You have so many books.
Yes, thousands of them. Do you read, Andrew?
A little, Aunt Elsa. A little.
Ever read Macbeth, Andrew? Where it says, "Murder will out"?
Elsa! Come, Andrew, I will show you your room.
Elsa stared at Andrew as he passed her and followed Ambrose up the marble stairs to the 2nd floor. They stopped before a door at the end of a long hall.
I hope you will be comfortable in here, Andrew.
I'm sure I will be, Uncle Ambrose.
Andrew's bedroom was large and lavishly furnished with expensive antiques. A stone fireplace covered one wall of the room. Andrew touched a match to the wood piled on the andirons, and soon the fire's cheery glow danced across the floor. Suddenly,
Who's there?
"It's me, Andrew, your Aunt Elsa." The old woman stared at Andrew from the partly opened door.
Oh, come in, Aunt Elsa. Sit down.
I've come to warn you, Andrew.
Warn me, Aunt Elsa?
Get out, Andrew. Get out of this house and never come back. He's a fiend. A horrible fiend.
You mean Uncle Ambrose?
Yes, I mustn't let it happen again. It's horrible. Horrible. He's
Elsa!
Ambrose stood framed in the doorway, his wrinkled face purple with anger. He snarled at the old woman.
Elsa! Get to bed! This minute!
Yes, Ambrose, I'm going. The old woman looked at Andrew, her eyes pleading as she shuffled off. Remember, Andrew, murder will out.
Huh? Oh, yes, Aunt Elsa.
Good night, Andrew. Come, my dear.
The next morning, Andrew was awakened by a frantic pounding on his bedroom door.
Andrew! Wake up! Quickly! It's Aunt Elsa! She's...
Huh? What? Just a minute, Uncle Ambrose. What is it, sir? What's happened?
Elsa, she's dead. The plot sickens, eh, kiddies? Well, the doc came and pronounced old Elsa dead of natural causes. Andrew's uncle was pretty broken up over Elsa's death. The funeral was dignified and short. They carried the old gal out to the family mausoleum, and that was that. One evening, a few days after Elsa's entombment...
What's that? Looks like a figure down there, going toward the mausoleum. Why, it's Uncle Ambrose. And he's carrying flowers.
Evening after evening, Ambrose would leave the house and go down to the family mausoleum to spend some time with his dear departed Elsa.
Poor old guy. He really misses her.
Then one evening, Andrew was browsing around the library looking for something to read. A title caught his eye. Macbeth. He could almost hear Aunt Elsa's voice. Ever read Macbeth, Andrew? Where it says, "Murder will out"? Andrew reached up and pulled down the book. He opened it.
Why, this isn't Macbeth at all. It's a diary. And Elsa's diary.
Yep, there it was, hidden between the leather-bound covers of Macbeth and Elsa's diary. Andrew read it. Every page. Elsa's words were vague, but some entries made sense.
And this one, Inspector, listen. I know how he murdered them. Suffocation. He doped them so they couldn't resist, then smothered them with a pillow. But why? Why? And this one. Now I know why. It must never happen again. I must not let it. And the last entry. Andrew has come. He will be next. I must warn him. The fiend will do to him what he has done to the others. If Ambrose were to find out that I mean to tell Andrew everything, he would kill me. And you say Ambrose came in that night and interrupted Elsa, just as she was about to tell you something? That's right, sir. But one thing puzzles me. If Ambrose murdered Elsa, why does he mourn her?
If he murdered her, why the doc felt it was a natural death.
Suffocation looks like a natural death.
The only way to prove this one way or the other, Mr. Demmert, is to get permission to exhume the body and perform an autopsy.
Promising not to reveal that Andrew had tipped them off, 2 detectives came to see Ambrose Hawley.
Exhume my late wife's body? Perform an autopsy on her? Never! Never! If you refuse, Mr. Hawley, we can get a court order giving us permission to do it over your objection.
Ambrose's aged body shook as he sobbed. A tear trickled down his wizened cheek.
Please, you have no right to disturb her. She's been laid to rest. Leave her, I beg you. Leave her be. Let's go, Kelly.
Right, Chief.
The 2 detectives left the sobbing old man. Andrew stopped them at the door.
What happened?
He refused.
Keep your eye on him, Demmert.
Later that evening, Andrew watched from his window as old Ambrose crossed the garden to the family mausoleum.
I'd better follow him this time. He might try to hide the body.
After the old man entered the crypt, Andrew went downstairs and across the garden. The door to the mausoleum was partly open. Andrew peered in.
Good Lord!
A wave of nausea and revulsion swept over Andrew. He turned away from the horrible sight and ran toward the house. Finally, he could run no further. He ducked behind a tree and...
Demmert, that you? What's wrong?
He's sick, Kelly. Where's your uncle, Demmert?
In the crypt.
The detectives hurried to the mausoleum and flung the door open. Ambrose Hawley spun around from the partially eaten corpse of his late wife and stared wide-eyed, his frothy mouth drooling at the intruders.
You were right, Inspector. He is a ghoul.
They dragged the shrieking, clawing old man from his victim and took him away. Later they returned to the crypt and examined the other coffins.
You see, Demmert, when we found out from the undertaker in town that Hawley refused to allow him to embalm the bodies, we knew something was wrong. The other corpses have been stripped of their flesh, too.
That's why he invited you here, to Holy Manor. Like the others, he intended you to be one of his meal tickets.
Lucky they caught up with old Ambrose when they did. He was running out of relatives. Thanks to old Elsa, who was fed up with the whole affair, Andrew was saved from a very distasteful experience. And if you'd like to be saved from a distasteful experience, don't send for my photo. The method for obtaining it can be found in the Crypt Keeper's Corner for you fiends who like that sort of stuff. We'll all see you next in the Vault of Horror. Till then, goodbye.